Hi everyone. So today I wanted to make a video about potential money laundering. Now I'm not saying that this is true, but what I'm saying is that it is possible that something like that is going on, and I will explain in a little bit. Also, I am being threatened right now that I may be put into jail or that improper costs will be imposed on me, which violates the laws and the rules. So I'm going to go over that as well, and I'm going to link all the laws that I'm relying on this video in the description. If for any reason the Crown's attorney, the court, any court, and the judges are reviewing this video at some point in time, they will be able to look up the laws that are in the description and will be able to make a proper judgment. So first, I wanted to speak to you about potential money laundering that is going on. Like I said, I'm not saying that it is true, but there is a huge possibility that something like that is happening. So right now, as you're aware that I lost my son on a child protection application. None of the things that were said in the order is true, and actually anything that's said made by this judge is false, and her order should be considered inadmissible for various reasons. So I started an appeal in Superior Court at 361 University Avenue, and I am trying to schedule a motion to quash because this order is inadmissible. And I requested that this motion be heard tomorrow, Monday, October 20th, 2025, when a status hearing, which is sort of like a case conference is scheduled. However, my request was denied, and I've been told that nothing such as motion to squash uh, exists, and that we need to discuss the admissibility of the order at the appeal hearing. So I'm not going to be reviewing anything in the order. I'm going to be just proceeding with discussing the admissibility of the order of Justice Jones that gave my child away. Now, tomorrow is the status hearing, so I'm not really sure when this motion or potential appeal will be heard. So tomorrow is the status hearing, and I've been getting a lot of emails from Legal Aid Ontario and another department for the Attorney General. It's called Raw Bottom. They're contacting me saying that somebody asked them to come to my status hearing and asked them to come and help me assist appoint counsel on the file. So previously I've dealt with some similar situations like this before, where I have no say in who is appointed. The court appoints a person, but when they actually go to a court hearing, they don't really do anything for me. If anything, they agree with whatever the other party says, and they actually give, like, when the judge asks who agrees with who, they usually always agree with the opposing party. Although it says that they're assisting me, but it's mostly that they're actually providing support to the other party. And like I said, I have no say in who is being appointed. It's the court that appoints them. And so I don't know if these people are actually friends and family and business associates of the court staff. So it is possible that they are appointing these people so that they can make some money for themselves. I'm not really sure what this money is for being used for, but that's pretty much what that is. So tomorrow I ask these people, like, do not come to my court hearing. You or somebody supposed to provide you with a notice of motion or something like that for you to appear. You're a third party. This is a child protection application. It is a closed file, and people that are not a party to this proceeding, they cannot appear and get find information details about another person. especially, information regarding a personal life, medical record, school record, criminal record. There's like various things that are involved in these proceedings, so that a third party cannot come in and get access to all of this information without proper authorization. Although I told them, do not come, I do not need your help, it's not in my control, they said they will still appear. So I don't know what to do. So tomorrow we'll find out. I'm obviously going to inform the judge that I don't want their assistance. I'm very much capable of handling this case on my own, and that's what I would like. Now, I am kind of worried that if I don't allow the court to appoint whoever they want on my file and make as much money as out of it, it's possible that they're not going to give me any court dates and that they're going to delay this. So basically, it just feels like that I'm being asked to bribe these individuals, that we need you to help them. They need me to help them assign different people on the file so that they can make some money, and if I don't, then it's likely that I'm not going to get a proper court hearing or an appeal date. I told the people already in court that I haven't seen my son in 17 months right now, and I don't think the earliest available date, even when the other party's counsel is available, is November 18th. And I'm not really sure how long the court intends to delay it. I will let everybody know tomorrow. But I know that my heart is about to drop tomorrow, that there's probably gonna be months of delay because of this. So I'm really worried. I'm mostly worried that because of my ex-husband, all of these individuals are kind of appointing themselves on the file, kind of threatening and harassing me, that if you need to get your son back, I need to help them make money, or else the court is not going to provide me with the proper assistance. So it is considered money laundering, and that they're asking me to bribe them. Now, because of this video, I may be in trouble, but I have to do what's best. I already lost my son, so I have to make sure that people are not taking advantage of my situation and they're not threatening people to make money for themselves, and they're not breaking apart my family. Now, here's another thing. I'm also being threatened that I'm going to be put into jail, or that there's going to be improper costs imposed on me. They provided me with a rule. It's the Rule 87 of Child, Youth, and Family Services Act. So they're imposing few rules from there, like Rule 87, subsection 6, 7, and 8, I believe. And they only provided a part of the rules and not the entire thing. And the judge recently asked the other party to file an order for her to issue that says that if I don't comply with these rules, that I'm going to be arrested, or that there's going to be up to $10,000 or more costs imposed on me. So I actually took the time to read up the law, and I actually have it here on beside me on the computer right now. And I'm not really sure why she imposed such law on me, because it does not actually, I have nothing to do with this. So the first thing in Rule 87, subsection 1, it says that in this section, media means the press, radio, and television. So I have nothing to do with this. Like, yes, I've been making videos on YouTube and on my TikTok and Instagram, but has nothing to do with radio, television, and in press. And also it says that a hearing, subsection 3, 87 subsection 3 says, hearing shall be held separately from hearings in criminal proceedings. So these hearings are usually made for criminal cases. And regardless of this, it says this rule is for media representatives, so like people that work for the news channel, TV, and the newspaper. So I'm not really sure like why she's imposing such law on me. because it does not like I'm not a party. I do not work for the news media, so I'm not really sure how this they intend to impose such order. So I am going to put all of this law in the description below, just in case they ever the judge herself. And I actually filed complaint against the judge in the Ontario Judicial Council as well, and there has been several documents sent to the Attorney General relating to her, and she has been asked to not sign any documents relating to me. But she doesn't really, like, as you can see that from the laws, that she doesn't really care about the rules and the laws. So she's been threatening me, taking my son away, and causing stress into my life. So yeah, so if any if she does end up issuing a warrant for arrest or whatever it is, obviously I am going to be taking this to the trial. But at the same time, if the Crown's attorney and the judges in the criminal court happens to hear this video, they can look into the laws that are in the description below, and then so that they can see that this does not fall. I'm not. I have nothing to do with any of this law, and none of these things are on the TV or media, or in the radio or in the press. So that. And I also told them that even if there's any cost imposed on me, I am going to be appealing such cost in Superior Court and Court of Appeal, wherever that is. And even if there's any cost, it will be payable to the child, my son, not to the society workers. They are not my son's pimp that I have to pay them. If their concern is that I've been talking about my son, on my own son, and about my own case on social media, which is now the TV, press, and radio, any cost, even if they improperly impose it on me, it will be paid to my son, not anybody else. So they need to know that if they're going to be spending long time and file different documents with the court and stuff, they're basically doing that so that my son can make some money. So that being said, tomorrow is my status hearing at 2 o'clock with Justice Nakuneshni, to schedule the appeal hearing or a motion or whatever it is, wherever the court would want to hear an issue regarding admissibility of an order, to quash that order. But I'm currently anticipating delay, which I hope that she surprises me and says that there's not going to be much delay and that this can be heard as soon as possible, because I've been separated from my son for 17 months. If there's a possibility that I can get my son back, I can spend my birthday and his birthday and Christmas break with him, I would want to take that. I want to have that opportunity. And yes, so, and I'm also going to see if they try to force whoever it is on me on this file so that they can make some money for themselves. So I'm going to inform them that if they, first of all, I'm not ever going to be consenting to anybody being appointed on this file, because that will just cause much more stress and delay, and they just end up going to court saying blabbering things that just creates even more issues. And at the same time, because of their involvement, if my case hurts, I'm gonna start a lawsuit against them, and so this is gonna be unnecessarily more stressful than it needs to be. So I don't think it's proper that they involve themselves on my file, and that at this time, after 17 months, it's time to say enough is enough, and that they can hold a proper hearing or whatever it is, and just give me my son back, and we go our separate ways, instead of starting more conflict, more videos, police getting involved, going through criminal court, going through all of these things, like all of these does not have to happen, and we can resolve this without making things any more complicated. So that's pretty much that, that it is a potentially a child child trafficking, as well as basically they're holding my son hostage by denying me motions and proper judgment, breaking the law to threaten me, and basically asking me to help them appoint whoever they want so that they can make money. I do not break any law. I try to keep myself to myself, and I don't do anything wrong. So money laundering, bribery, all of these things are very serious. I've never done anything like that in my life, and I don't like being involved where there is potentially something like that is happening, and I don't want my name involved. I don't want my son involved with these individuals, and I don't feel comfortable with it. And this feels just really bad that my ex-husband put me in this situation, and that obviously he's not the right person. I mean, they will like him because they are helping him make money, but that's not the way you should be making money, by putting other people in miserable life. But anyway, it's been 36 days since I've been outside my home. I'm okay, I'm just sad and stuff, but I try to keep myself busy looking at YouTube videos of like different cities and countries and try to learn different things, but I'm fine, I guess. I don't know how long I will be fine, but at this point I am fine. I'm just stuck at home. It's not that I don't have money to go out, I just don't want to go out. There's not really anything I can think of that I really miss, and any food I can just order it through Uber, so I'm all right. So yeah, so I'm going to, hopefully things don't get complicated, and I will let everybody know how things work out, and when the next court hearing date will be, and how it went tomorrow. So I'll probably make another video tomorrow after end of the hearing tomorrow, but I'm just letting everybody know that this could potentially be a money laundering situation, so that all the other parents need to be very much aware of what's happening and how the bribery thing works through the court system, and why you should at all costs avoid going to court and try to resolve any issues you have with your other family members on your own, because trust me, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to go through all of these in court. So marry well, have babies with good people, and that's the best thing to do. Don't put yourself in situations like me, that I made a horrible mistake 14 years ago. Since then, I don't get involved with any guy since then, because that was the biggest mistake of my life. And so yeah, make sure that you don't put yourself in situations like this. Bye.